All right. It's Monday. It's a Mighty Maru Monday. That's what I would call it. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what Dad called it. That's what Grandfather called it. It's what America calls it. It's what the United States of America calls it. It's what the world calls it. What am I doing? I'm rambling. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. It's time to put them gloves on and fix America's Boy Scout. We got to fix the Mafex Superman. Look at that. Broken in half. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Hang on. I got an idea. There he is. Covered in dust. It's like I've been on the bottom shelf for so long. So we're gonna have ourselves some emotional support figures here, right? Got him. He's like, gotcha. Broke him in half. I need to dust this guy off. Let's try to. There we go. Let's dust you off. It's Doomsday, not Dust Day. My name's Dust Day. There we go. All right. Now we got more emotional support here. Imagine Doomsday just like, don't fix him. What are you doing?
Oh, somebody get
Oh,
me
look,
a
it's
glass,
Anthony. It's the
'cause I
Anthony
just
special.
found
Today's the
me
Anthony
a
special.
tall drink of water.
We gotta fix some punk ass superhero here. I guess you could call me an Aquaman. How you doing, man? Hope your Monday's off to a good start. I know it is now, but you know, prior to you joining this. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to put that into the world, do we? Let's make sure we can see this. That's pretty good, I think. We gotta save him though. We gotta fix the Man of Steel. The Man of Steel has been broken in half. And that's not cool. Alright. Let's get our Googles over here. Actually, you know what? I might put these on the charger right now while I'm thinking about it. Before we get into this. The hell? Man, it's a long cable. This thing does not fit this properly, but it fits it just enough to charge. And I'll take that as a win any day. I need to actually package up Mega Man from last night's repair. Did I bring my plastic bags in here? I don't even know anymore. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. I'll fix that later. They're probably somewhere around here. I did know Alan Wake was in Fortnite. I took him out the other day. Isn't that crazy that Alan Wake is in Fortnite? Out of all the characters to add, it's like so random. I wish they had Alex Casey in there, dude, from Alan Wake. That'd be sick as hell. Or Max Payne. Max Payne would be fun. Run around as Max, you know, with guns. Makes sense. Makes sense. No, yeah. I saw it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe Alan Wake's in here. I was. And he was in there. I remember seeing him a while back. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I hadn't played, you know, hadn't played the games really yet. So, I had no concept of Mr. Wake. Alright, let's get to this. This is a relatively simple repair, but even the simplest of repairs can give us lots of issues. This used to be a really interesting one. I have a tutorial on YouTube about this one, and I think I did. What was it? No, it's not him exactly. It's this break, but I used the Dark Knight Returns Batman that Mafex did, the big old chunky Bruce, and I showed you how to like reinforce a peg with a screw, and it's a much more, advanced technique, which we actually don't have to use on this because now, since I made that video, which has been the case with a lot of things, I've advanced my techniques and whatnot, and it's probably one of the things where I need to sit down and go through the tutorials that I have on there, and it's like I don't want to remove the ones I've got, but I need to like update a lot of the ones I have. So, what you saying, Duke Nukem for? Oh, he'd be good for Fortnite, dude. You know I have the Duke Nukem figure from Mecha, and it is the weirdest. It is the weirdest articulation I've seen on a figure. I wonder if I can. Have you ever seen that thing? It's, dude. Like the figure's, it's all right because it's like it's Duke, so that's cool to have a Duke Nukem. But oh my god, his biceps are so strange. It's one of the weirdest. I don't know. Examples of engineering I've seen. I don't think I've seen it in like another figure. It reminds me of like those random figures that like just companies would pop up with, and you're like, yeah, cool, this is neat or whatever. Maybe I've never heard of this character or some random stuff, and you're like, what is this? Whoa, Jurassic Jesse 676. Is that the Jurassic Jesse? There's only one Jessers, right? There's only one. Wait, is there another? Is there another Jurassic Jesse out there? Are there 6,765 more Jurassic Jessies out there that constituted that name? I'm doubting that. I'm doubting that. I don't believe it. I'm doubting it. All right. That's got to be my man Jessers. So, what's up, Jesse? Putting the positivity in the world. I bet, like he does. I need to find the proper tools. There we go. A lot of figures like that. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Is Dead Space like that? No, I've got all the Dead Space figures. Oh, unless you're talking about the was it one of the necromorphs? But you're right. Yeah, you're right. The Street Fighter figures did have that. That's right. One day YouTube decided to put numbers on my name. You say it works, man, but have you looked at one of those things lately? It's pretty ugly. I mean, I know beauty's only skin deep, right? But I don't know, man. It would be nice to have an updated Duke. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. But again, as I said on last night's stream, it's always interesting to see the, just like the renegades out there, like these advancements, or just the fact that they tried something different was cool. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for the perfect butterfly joint to arise. Out of all the people I meet at all the con, Jesse was the only one that asked if I needed something. Oof. Bill, that was a Star Wars reference. Well, sometimes art imitates life, and sometimes the bar eats you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. I know you cut your hair a while, but damn, bro, you're rocking it. Looking good. Hey, my man, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I did cut that a while back. It started, just growing, it started growing funny. I don't know. So I don't like it. I want to mess with it anymore. It's like I was tired of it. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start. Usually I go in with a smaller drill bit, but with this one, I'm confident that we can go ahead and drill in with the size I'll actually be using for this repair. Let's check our speeds real quick on our Dremel. We're going to go... I'm going to go in between 5 and 10 here, so... Alright. Something that... you know what? Actually, I do need to find my baggies because there's a little method I have that I use whenever I'm working with a figure with a cape. And I'm tethered right now. I'm tethered to this. I wish I could afford some earbuds. I need that stuff. Where are my baggies? Who knows? Oh, you know what? They might be in the other room. Hang tight. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me 2 seconds.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Move that out of the way. Yep. Memory served correctly. Can you imagine how I would have fallen right when I did that? Memory served. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, my back. It's just... Anthony, if you're still here, please call Christine. Please call Christine. That was pretty funny today when you fell on stream. That was a really funny bit. Yeah. It was a funny bit. I did get a cramp on one of Dave's old streams. It cracked me up, man. I watched it back. I even saved the clip. It cracked me up. I was just leaning back there. I was like trying to reach something, or I squatted down or something like that. My old ass. And I was just like, I was like a Charlie horse. I was like, I tried to be cool about it and got up and I was like, oh, did y'all see that? And he was like, yeah, what was that? I was like, oh, God. I got a cramp. I thought I was going to die. You gotta embrace your faults, man. You gotta embrace them. Bitch. I love you. Alright. So, here's my little method when I'm working with a figure. Let's go and... I think these necks pop off, don't they? These heads pop off. I guess that won't matter. We're not going to be touching that. So I usually will kind of take the cape. Just kind of straighten it out a little bit. But you also have to be really careful if you're doing this too with especially some of these Mafex figures, because they can these capes, man, they like to leave their housing. They like to leave for some reason. They like to pop out of the sides right there, or they like to, the metal pieces, the wires like to disconnect from the plastic and be like, no, but you know what? I'll hang out in the fabric. Yeah, I'll hang out in the fabric and just flop the freaking thing around. We have no room in this world for flaccid capes. All right. So now the reason I've done this is so I can protect the cape from any kind of debris flying around or whatnot. What do you mean Mafex or Mafex? There is no... No. There's no debate. It's Mafex. Mafex. Hang on. Mafex. Of course. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drill into this fella. Because we need to get this this peg piece out that's snapped off of here, right? I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see a little better. Move this over. It's Mafex. Alright. You know what? I wonder, before I do this, is there a better way for me to show you guys what's going on here? Hang on. Hang on, bring it around town. Oh, WNBC. Oh my God. Oh. I'm gonna go behind this light. Let's see if this will work a little bit better. I'm gonna work with the tools, not against them, you know what I mean? Tighten this little guy here. There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll try a different angle. We'll try a different angle. Alright. Let's see if this works. Now you can see what I'm seeing. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so we're going to slowly try to drill carefully down the center. We're just kind of going in a little bit and then right back out. We don't want this plastic to get too heated up, and you'll see the plastic will make its way up the drill bit, which is nice, but if you go in too far, things could start getting melted and it'll start building up, and you can see that happening right here. See all that? So much so that it's melted around and it's already cooled. And my method for that, if I've got a razor blade nearby, which is weird that I'm not seeing one. Oh God, nothing more spooky than a missing razor. You know what I mean? Somebody here can relate. Oh God, or it could be. Where's my? Sometimes it likes to attach itself to this. Ah, there it is. I see it. I've got a magnet over here, and it likes to attach to that. Okay, so if you get this stuff here, kind of gunked up, you can. This is in focus. Awesome. You just kind of hold the razor like so at an angle, and just kind of spin your drill bit a little bit, and that razor will follow that threading all the way up. And yeah, now we've got a clean bit. And we like that. Bill needs a cup with a logo on it and tools. Oh yeah, I'd love that. Dude, I do have a cup over here. It's got a, you know, got a good message. Brought to you by the band Health, which is an incredible band. One of my favorite bands. And promoting a great message. Great reminder. I would love a. I'll take a Toychanic mug. That'd be awesome. But it says you said like with tools on it, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna put tools in it. I found a really cool. Where was this? I found a cool mug at a resale shop a while back. I don't know if it's a mug or what they called this thing. Let's see if I can get it. But I bought it because I thought it'd look cool with my plunderlings, right? But then I started putting like tools in it. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I don't know. I think it might have had a. I don't know. It doesn't have any spots where a handle could have gone. So, but it looks just like the plunderlings, like tankard. But you know. Ah, yeah, the Toychanic mug. Miguel made cup coming soon to Bill's desk near you. Let's see it. Let's see it. I'll take a freaking Miguel cup. Let's go. All right. While we got our drill bit out, we're going to go ahead and drill into this guy here. And you just definitely want to be very careful here doing this. If you wanted to, you could technically remove this plastic. Like you could pop the, pardon me, you could pop the legs off if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. And then you would have to remove the shorts, which sometimes I think they're attached by some adhesive. Pardon me. But the reason I say you want to be careful is because whenever we're going in here, we're going to drill in, correct? Well, if you were, let's say your drill bit was closer here and this thing started hitting the edge, like just your key here, your chuck. If your chuck starts hitting that, well, then you're in trouble, because then it's going to ruin that. And I don't know how to fix like the rubbery kind of plastic here, you know what I mean? My arch angle, curd angle, arch angle, you name it. All right, so we're going to be very careful going in. We're going to do exactly what we did a minute ago with the other side. I'm going to try to stay right in the center. I think I'm just a little off right now, so I want to make sure I kind of touch that center. There we go. You don't have to go in too far. I probably went in about 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe not so much. The reason why you don't want to go in too far is because the legs have drop down hips. You can see, let's see if I can show it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let me get a better light on the situation here. Hang on. Let me see if I can get this cord to not disconnect in front of me. Hang on. All right, hang on. We're going to adjust the light a little bit. Put my cables back up. We did all these adjustments. Hang on. All right. Let's see if we can show you a little bit better now. Yeah. All right, so you can see here, this is the amount of real estate we have to work with here, which is definitely not 1/4 inch, so I probably didn't go in that far. Probably about 1/8 of an inch. Because if you go down too far, then you're going to hit these drop down hips, and if you were to put a screw into those, then you're going to lose the functionality of the drop down, because you're going to put a screw into it, and then it'll lock it. So don't go too far. Let's clean up some of this where it originally snapped, because it always leaves a funky shape. I'm going to go in one more time just to make sure that the hole that we've drilled is nice and cleaned out. Don't want to go too far. And you'll feel it, actually, if you're, slow and steady, you'll feel that you've, you're hitting the other plastic, because there's like a slight gap in there. So got lucky with the break, to be honest. Not the fact that it broke, but how it broke. Yeah, I mean, most of the times it's the drop down hips, or the elbow. The elbow joints break a lot on Mafex figures. Let's see, we're also going to need to... we're going to keep this on for right now. I'm going to need a sanding bit in just a minute, but... Alright. Resin tip. The same thing you're doing with the clear resin now. By flex resin, it might not be clear. Well, that's cool, but I mean, I guess I would need it to match the color. I guess you could paint it. I know Duplicolor is pretty good about covering up like the softer rubber pieces. Duplicolor is amazing. It's if you guys don't know what Duplicolor is, it's a automotive upholstery fabric paint, and it's really good for like customs and whatnot. I think I'm gonna have to go back through here though. Looks like some of this plastic might have melted a little bit on us, and that's okay. Yeah, look at that. Gotta go back in. Just try to get some of this stuff out while it's already got a good grip on it, which is always nice. Alright. So, we've drilled this hole in here because we're actually going to utilize that hole later on for the final repair, but also we're going to take our eye hook screw, right? We're going to go ahead and insert this in here. Just a little bit of the way. Enough to really get us, you know, probably a couple twists in there, but enough to give us a nice grip. And then we're going to take a sturdy pair of these are, I guess you could consider these needle nose, but they're some big boys. And we're going to grab this here by the screw that we've just made, right? I'm going to have to get a hold of the actual, the base of the figure here. And we're going to pull directly straight out. There we go. We don't want to bend it because it could snap or whatnot. So we're going to go and take Superman here. We're going to reset his cape here. Set him back in here where he's nice and safe and snug. I'll be needing this. It's like my adhesive was like, you're going to need me. I was like, I know. I have some older NECA that use the clear plastic in the shoulders. Oh, Jesse, I'm sorry. Dude, you remember DC Direct, dude? Golly. The worst. Alright. Man, look at that. Look at this bend. So I didn't do this bend. You can see that there's a little bit of a stress from the screw that was put in here, but this is what happened. This is the break. You could see just the stress mark there, which we can actually get rid of that with heat if we wanted to. There's no need for us to do that, but we could if we wanted to. It's pretty fun to actually watch that happen in real time. But we're here to fix this figure, so we want to make sure that the hole we are drilling also is going straight up. What did I just now said, hang on. For those of you who are watching on Twitch, you might have just heard me say, I'm going to make sure that is going straight up, so you know it's coming. Here we go. I bet you're like, if you're not familiar with the music video, you're going to be like, what is going on? What is this? So for those of you who are watching live on Twitch right now, you can hear the music, obviously on. Oh, here we go. I'm just trying to kind of press on this a little bit. Press on this a little bit here. I'm just kind of squeezing the end here to see if we can't maybe, you know, straighten that end a bit, because when we do screw this back on, we want to make sure it fits as you know, as straight as possible. So we're going to go ahead and also go ahead and clamp it here, and we're going to go back through. Oh. So as you can see, I already made it all the way through. Hang on a second. Let me double check that this thing doesn't have plastic on it. Make sure this thing's not dusty. Alright, cool. We're going to go... You know what? We might... Here, I'll tell you what. We're going to go all the way through from the side that we originally started with, right? Alright. And then we're going to turn around. I'll go back through. What's kind of crazy is this plastic feels like way softer than I would expect it to. I fixed a lot of these, and I fixed this exact one, but I don't know if this is the... I know there was a couple other releases of Superman that came out from Mafex that they like fixed the... I think the logo was off-centered. I think I have the original one, and like the logo's like slightly off-centered on the cape, which is crazy. You mentioned what was it? What did you say? Hang on, let's see. Let me hide this. You mentioned the Toy Biz Iceman. I know you're talking about the clear joints, but the one that I've got. Hang on. I think I've got oh, dude. Actually, you know what? I've got a couple of them over here. Not Toy Biz, but a couple of Iceman figures. I don't know why I have so many of them over here. But this one was given to me by a buddy a long time ago. And this was probably, for me, this is probably the rarest Toy Biz figure that I own. But it's, and I've got it on a Bob the Odd made Dio piece here. But it's not the best posed right now, but you get the idea. Oh, I think I actually had him on this side because he had a little thing to cut. Yeah, there we go. I still love this figure, actually. Even if the articulation's outdated and a little ugly, still really cool. Yeah, buddy gave me that figure a long time ago, and I was like, "You're giving this to me?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, you did a lot for me." I'm just like, "But that's a puppy tree." It was a hard one to get a hold of back in the day, dude. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this screw in. Let's see, let's get a better hold on this thing. I don't know what's gonna play next. Just played some Paulo Abdul, and here we go. Oh my God, it's Ace of Base. Yep, we'll play this. We'll play it all day. Not enough heart-melting moments. So this is going in exactly how we want it to. This is perfect. See how I can pretty much do most of it with just my hand alone. That's good. It has got to a point now where I'd rather use this just because I don't want to keep messing up with my fingers here, but here we go. Let's keep going. I had this cassette tape. I had the weirdest cassette tapes, man. It was like a Ren and Stimpy cassette tape, and then I had like Ace of Base and like Beastie Boys, like Licensed to Ill, Ill Communication, freaking Ace of Base, and then like Eazy-E. This was my collection growing up. Let's see what we got here. That's pretty good. Man, I like this. This is awesome. But we're also going to have to back up the tracks all the way. Have you guys... Man, I bet I've been out of frame the whole time, haven't I? I haven't been watching. It was... I put the screw into the hole I drilled. So, if you miss that, because I was out of frame, we have to back up the tracks anyway. So imagine doing this, but in reverse. That's what I did. I wonder whatever happened to Ace of Base, man. There's two dudes in the band too. I don't know what they did, but they'd jump in and kind of ruin a song every now and then and leave. All right, so now that we've drilled this in and we're happy with that, we're gonna take our Loctite here. We're gonna go ahead and add a nice little, just kind of we're just gonna kind of lace it here with it. And what's gonna happen now, tell you what, I don't want to get it on my gloves just in case, because I will be touching the Superman later on. Screw it. If I do get it on there, I'll just change gloves. They are disposable after all. But waste not, want not. So we're going to go ahead and put this all the way through like we just did. And remember that when we do get to the end here, we want to make sure that the screw's not going too far out, because we don't want it. Yeah, look at that. I got look at that. A little bit right there. Yep. We don't want it to go too far in, because if we do, guess what happens? It's going to hit that drop down hip. We don't want that. I think this should be enough. I'm not going to go any further than that, because that would make me a bit nervous. And I don't like that. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want you guys to be nervous. Don't be nervous. She has another baby. Bro. Yo, Miguel, man. Like, do I know you from somewhere, like from something or whatever? Like, have we like had conversations before you started watching these streams? Cause damn, if you don't fit in, like, just like, thank you for being here, but man, you're such a welcomed presence. And I don't know if I knew you from before, or if I did, I really, really apologize. My memory's terrible. I deal with too many dang people. And unless I'm dealing with people consistently, you know, daily, then I just like, go figure, go. Yeah, but man, hang on. While I'm letting that adhesive cure, I'm gonna hop on my phone real quick like a jerk. But I'm actually, is that what you go by on Instagram or something? Or are you what are you on are you on Instagram? Even on there? Whoa. Is this you? Whoa. Boy, sometimes I got out of control. Go figure, go. But that's from like Dio and Prop Dealer. Dio and Prop Dealer? Like, were you making them too, or were you just selling them? But do you have the Green Day cassette cover forced to reprint because of Bert and Ernie? Wait, the only one I had was Dookie, but I don't have them anymore. It's really sad. I had like the first printing of whatever, the cassette tape of Dookie. That's the first time I remember asking my mom. I was like, "Hey, can I curse if I'm singing song lyrics?" And she was like, which ones?" Did a lot of shows. I've been out of the loop for a very long time. I don't think I was ever in the loop. Yeah. Speaking of loop and the circle of life, I'll be right back. I got to take a quick little pee break because I drank a whole deal of coffee before this, which was very smart. So go take yourself a break, grab yourself a little snack. We'll be right back. We're going to finish this repair. It's going to be great. And then we're going to start a new one, which is just insane. If you don't know what's happening on this one, this is just wild. If you missed last night or the announcement, this is super crazy. Just give me a second. Be right back. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You fixed half a dozen of stuff for me. Oh man, I feel like a doodle. Did a lot of pods. Dude, no disrespect. Please don't be disrespected by me. But I'm the worst. I know your name. I know the 112 and I know the Go Figure Go. I know this stuff, but I'm so disconnected from this stuff. Ever since I kind of split, I didn't split ways, but I kind of like when I left my admin role or whatever in ACBA, and I just like had to take a break from all of the stuff because my real job. Oh. That's what I got to say about that. That's what I got to say about that. Right, hang on. Now I want to listen to some Beastie Boys after I brought it up because they're just the best. It never gets better than what you want, man. I don't know. It just doesn't get better. Well, dude, I'm glad you've come back to me. I'm glad you're a returning client, and I'm glad you're here all the time because you're freaking awesome. I really enjoy your presence here. So thanks, man. Thanks you. We'll leave it there, right? Thanks you, man. I want to know what kind of man. I want to see now. Hey, dude, I really okay. I'm gonna get sidetracked. Here we go. I want to see some of your work because, like I said, whenever I feel like I've, I feel like I missed a lot of stuff and I've been catching up on everything. So, Jurassic Jesse, hit me up about those mugs. Wait, are you serious about those mugs? Wait, do you really make mugs? Thanks you all, dude. Man, yeah, bro, you're awesome, man. Thanks for being here, man. I meet so many freaking cool people through this like hobby and stuff. But dude, since I started streaming, golly, dude, since I like came back, like not just for the Toychanic repair stuff, but just since I started streaming, I've met this whole new like crew, and then I don't know, man, and I started reconnecting with my old crew, and so I'm just mixing this old crew Maru, new crew Maru. It's a cool crew Maru I got going on, man. I just love my crew Maru. I love it. Love it. All right. All right. Hang on a second. Let's see what we got here. 2Go cups. Where's this 2Go cups? Is that on Instagram? Customizable and personalized laser engraved. Oh, there he is. Look at this guy. Damn, dude. For real? I know people can't see what I'm looking at right now, but who am I logged in as right now? I'm not even following you, bro. Like a scumbag. Damn. Put in work, huh? You're a busy man. All right, then. Well, followed back. Should have been doing that for ages ago, but. Oh, the Migo colorway and Dio. Miguel donated a ton for the contest Migos. When is another one of those coming up, Jess? I'm like, look, here's the deal. I don't have a job right now, but I do have a lot of like stuff that I could donate a couple things for sure. I want to sell a lot of stuff just to put money in our bank account. It's not greed. It's like, out of necessity kind of deal. But I'd love to be a part of that. I love the Migos. I miss man, I used to every now and then I got invited to go on the shows, and man, it was always the most fun. Like I love Dave Wonder's show and then the Migos. Like those are my people, man. I love the Migos so much. And I got a koozie from the Migos. I got a shirt from the Migos. I love the Migos. I love the Migos, and I love everybody in the Migos, especially Jessers and Cheney. I love me some Cheney. Cheney's the dude, isn't he? Oh, you guys are awesome. I think I got one of your stickers over here too. I'm afraid, like, I'm the kind of guy though, like, you know, you get a sticker in and you're like, I can't use that, right? I'm gonna destroy it. It'll get destroyed. If I use that sticker, it might destroy the person that made it. I don't know why I have such sticker fear. Sorry, I'm digging through my I got a sticker drawer over here. I keep everything in like plastic bags. Oh, Jessers, you're not gonna like this sticker, dude. I mean, it's not like anti-dino. It's just like, hey, you're not supposed to ride them here. Like, so you can ride them, just not over here. This is a no dino crossing. It's one of my favorite stickers, and I can't use it. Anyway, I'll get back to the repair. I'm being a jackass. You guys got me in a good mood today. Thank y'all. I've had a really hard week. 2 weeks, man. It's been really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a wreck. It's been sad. The dogs have been. My dogs have glucose monitors now on them. Arthur really scared the shit out of us, man. We were really, really getting nervous with him, but he's bounced back. Him and Loki got really sick. They got the vomits. They got the rheas. Dude, they had it all. So it was a scary time, man. So, and then we've been dealing with another property that I inherited after my mother passed away in 2021 that I've been dealing with. We want to sell this thing, but we got to clean out this shop. It's like a great blessing that I have it, but it was also a tremendous burden because, you know, now we have to, and which sounds like such a privileged, shitty thing to say, but especially like after, like, you know, getting canned at a job you didn't expect to lose forever ago. It just kind of puts a lot of stuff into perspective, man. What's important? Who's important to you? Who can you trust? So yeah, I just appreciate you guys, man. I really do. That's why I keep doing this stuff too. I wear my heart on my sleeve though, so I've told my buddy Spike this a lot. You'll see Spike in the chat often, but he's actually a mod for me as well. I like Spike so much that I actually modeled a Maru after him, which is just a little cartoon mask. I just drew up a little cartoon mask. It's nothing crazy, but I put a Superman cape on it because he's a Superman fan, and he was one of the early adopters, I would say, of my channel, and we quickly became very quick friends, not because he was donating to the channel, but just because his humor linked up with mine, and he's got a damn good heart. And so I do that often with people that I really like on here that are just kind of in the chat often and whatnot. And something I want to get back to as well. So there's just a lot of like plans that I've had for this channel since the get-go. And I was on like a fast streak, man. I was crushing it. I was like new stuff every week. And then I started doing repairs again, and then things got in the way, and we had a whole... It's just been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot, man. It's just been a lot. We've been dealing with so much, and then all of a sudden, you know, Christine nails this freaking dream job, and it's awesome, and she's making enough money to literally support us both, which is insane. And she's like, you know what? She's like, this is a chance. She's like, I'm happy where I am. She's like, you can be happy where you are if you'll allow yourself to and focus on a lot of this stuff, because I want to make a living off of a lot of things we're doing. So I've got to like kind of take things in perspective and whatnot. And I think if we can get this property sold, what'll happen is it'll pay off my my student loan, so we won't have to worry about that anymore because it's a bloody nightmare. And that's just kind of the big plans. And after that, I'd really like to focus more on this stuff. Like, let's face it, like I'm good at these repairs, man. It's just something that I've just really excelled in, and I've been told that, so now I'm gonna believe it. And I'd like to take the streaming world and the figure world, because I love doing both, and combine the two, which is what I'm technically doing right now. But it's also a mix, you know. We got a mix on this channel of like not on the YouTube. On the YouTube, we actually have this right, the one that you're on right now, the Toychanic one. This is dedicated for figure stuff, and then the Crew Maru YouTube will be for the video game stuff. But the Twitch channel is everything. I didn't really want to have two of those going because then you're like begging for subs. It feels like on two channels, and ugh, I don't want to do that. I hate that. I wish I could do this stuff for free, which I do right now. Hope some of you guys pay for it with subs, which is freaking amazing, through Twitch, and that's crazy cool. But you know, I've never been, especially before this, I was never about. It's never been about the money. You can't really make a living off of fixing toys, unless they were like, you know, adult collectibles. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm not fixing those. I did have a prank pulled on me once from my buddy Johnny. Messaged me and under a false email, under the guise of a guy named Brett. And he's like, "Oh, I see you live here. I live just down the street." He's like, "I've got this toy, what did he call it, man? Let's just say it was a life-size doll." And he found a photo of this thing, and it's like the silicone is broken, and the hip, this metal hip skeleton piece is broken out. It's like busted. And it's like, I was like, dude, it got me. I won't lie, it got me for a minute because I was like skeptical, and I was like, damn, there's photos. And he's like, "Oh, I see you live here." I'm like, how the hell that's crazy that he knows where I live. He's like, "I could just drop it off." He's like, it broke due to some heavy, what did he say, man? It was like aggressive use or something. I was like, and then of course I'm sitting there, I was like, oh my God, I shared it with a few people. I'm like, this is crazy. I professionally responded back. I was like, I was like, you know, I don't take those on. Sorry about that. I don't have the hardware to fix that. And then of course, Johnny messaged me later on, like I think it was a couple days later, and he was like, "So, did you hear from Brett?" I'm like, "Oh, you son of a..." All right, so we've got this all set up here, and we're gonna cut this little ring off the top here. Looks like everything's worked out well. You can see we've still got drop down here, drop down here, and this has been put in really nicely. Honestly, this fit perfect. Of course it did, right? All right, let's take ourselves our little wire pliers here. No, these aren't wire pliers, these are bolt cutters. Sorry, Primus started playing, I got really excited. All right, we're gonna put them inside the bag, give it a clip. We do that just in case that piece just decided to go flying. And here's our what's left. We're gonna get rid of that. Put our bag over here. All right, now what's next? And see, we've got this little piece right there on top, right? You see that little guy? We don't want that there. We want to get rid of that. So in order to get rid of that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna sand it down. Spike. In my professional opinion, nah, homie. Hey, Spike, what's about to happen? If you're here, dude, sorry. I know you're a busy man. I saw you you pinned this last night. It cracked me the hell up, and I didn't get to mention it while I was here. I was tired as hell yesterday, dude. Me and Christine worked for 2 hours. Christine and I worked for 2 hours in the damn heat. Bro. Hold up, buying shit. What are you buying? What do you mean you're buying shit? Stop buying stuff. You don't see me over here buying stuff. What are you buying, though? I want to know. I want to live through you, Spike. I want to live through you. Speaking of buying shit, Spike. Last night, man, when I was talking, you know, about GTA 5, and talking about getting GTA 6 and stuff. You drop this little nugget on there where you're like, oh yeah, it's funny. Our friend, we told him this is how you do whatever, and he jumped out of the helicopter. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be amazing whenever you join the new crew Maru for GTA 6, because that's happening. You don't get a choice. It's gonna be a thing. I cannot freaking wait to get online. You need to download GTA 5, man. I will play GTA with you. I know I'm terrible with Fallout. It's not my thing. And I apologize. I tried my best, but man, you want to jump on some GTA. I still got Fortnite as well, so but yeah. Every time we play on there, man, I have a really great time with you, so I need to make I'm making more time for like the games and all that stuff. All right, so loud Dremel noises are coming your way. So if you do get triggered by drilly sounds, you don't like the dentist, don't like high-pitched whines. Here we go. 112. Hey, are you on PS5, Miguel? I don't know if it's going to be crossplay. I don't think GTA 5 is crossplay. Warning! Dremel noises! We're going to go a little higher with this one because we got to Dremel this guy. Actually, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do first? We're going to put these on. Put your goggles on. Make sure you protect your hands. What just fell? Something fell. I doubt it was important. It wasn't something I needed. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to get these goggles on. So this is the most awkward thing to do, is to put the goggles on with the magnifying glasses. But I'm old and I can't see. So here we go. There's got to be a better way to do this. Hang on. Maybe glasses first, so any kind of flying projectiles are stopped. And then we take the goggles and just rest them on the tip of the nose. That'll work. Oh God, I can't. It's squishing my nostrils together. All right, here we go. Back to it. We're gonna turn this up a little higher. I'm gonna sand this down. And again, you never want to hold it just to the metal, because it's a great conductor of heat. So we're just lightly do a little saw motion. And we're going to keep doing that until it becomes very flush with the plastic. Because we don't want this thing to get too hot and melt the plastic that it's inserted in, or disrupt the adhesion of the adhesive. And we want to make sure that none of this is sticking out, because keep in mind, originally from the factory, it didn't have any extra little bumps or anything like that. So we don't want this to screw up any hold that we've got, or the articulation. Just carefully, slowly and surely, grinding this away. Be very careful that you don't hit the softer rubber down here as well. If you hit that, you're in trouble. Alright. Got him. Got him. Was this? I'm sorry. Was that edited? I get so pissed off when edit. Brian Babs. Hi, Brian. How are you doing today? I don't have fancy shoes on today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're just some dirty old Nikes. That's all I got. McShooty face. All right, Miguel, have you added me on there? It's just Bill Maru. Billmaru, the usual. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to show up today. Not only are you did you show up, but you're also, I can't help but notice that you are subbed to the channel, and for that, oof. Oh my god. Toychanic 101, do not break your rubber. That's right. Protection first. Am I right, Miguel? Also, I was buying the SDCC ARC Trooper, and ATRT went up on Pulse at noon. Oh, cool, and you got it? I knew that was the one you wanted. Just I always be wearing them ruby slippers. You know what? It's funny. I don't think I have one, not even like a nod to Wizard of Oz. I have The Shining. Is that close? It's probably not. You never know. Do you have any interest of the B and D Hulk figure specifically to do the mod? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, is that... Oh, hell yeah, Powerman 5000 is playing. Let's go! Everybody knows this one song. I think I ran over a power cable and it's caught under my wheels. Hang on. There we go. Oh, brand new day Hulk figure. Oh, I don't know. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but... It is kind of wild, though. I don't have any kind of nod to... I really don't. I don't even have a flying monkey. I do have this. I got this cool chick from that Masters of the Universe cartoon. I think she's sick. Look at her. She's all... Look at her. She's like, I am AI. She's dope though. Look at the wingspan on this thing. It's impressive. Alright. I'm just gonna set her back over here and hopefully she don't fall over. Oh no, she's on a stand. She's good. She's good. She's so pretty. It's big old wingspan. Alright, there was another aspect to this repair as well. Can she make me one of them shitty AI flyers? No! We do not support AI here. Gross! I don't care how fun it can be. Ugh. Nobody's real, but they're willing to let you know. Ooh. Look at you. Ooh, hang on. What we got there? Hang on. What? That is the craziest. Hang on. I really want to see. I want to see this comment. It's a first time chatter, but it was like sometimes they get flagged. That's awesome. Hang on. Quickly dropping in for a safety check. A little cluttered, but properly prepared. Appropriate tools and rated gloves are noted with good safety mats on workstation. No safety concerns noted. May the repairs be super. That is a wild comment. And I love that. And it's so funny. Your name is freaking Safety Deer. Dude, hang on. Look. I think I took a screenshot of it this morning. Look at this. Look at my character that I've been running around in Arc Raiders. And tell me this isn't Safety Deer. Oh, man. I hear some rage playing. Let's go. Here we go. Hang on. I can probably just show you from here, huh? Oop. Yeah. Look at this boy. Yeah. I ran around with this guy before playing as him, and I got some fake deer antlers that I strap on my head and run around as this boy. Yeah, I did really good on this trial. It's actually not a really good one. I did better after that. That's my Safety Deer. I saved a guy this morning dressed as Safety Deer. Sweet Tooth says, witness me. Toyosha, dude. I don't need... Man, Toyosha popped by and they're like, hey, what's up? Oh, man. I'm live right now. Actually, a good friend of mine just asked me how the streaming was going. was pretty funny. He's like, I keep getting he gets notifications. I like the fact that sometimes I'll throw on just like random streams. I won't, you know, I don't advertise them. I should have a schedule. I understand that. I'm terrible at it. But people pop in and I'm like, oh, they got their noties on. You like me. You really, really like me. All right, let's go ahead and let's secure Superman. Let's see if this worked. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, just a mild concern that we can probably alleviate right now. If this broke because the peg or the socket was too tight, then if we put this back in, we might be faced with a slightly similar issue. Set him somewhere safe. If we don't make a slight adjustment quickly, and this is going to be very, very, very slight. I don't want to go crazy here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bigger burr bit here, right? Little burr bit. Wasn't that the name of those little bears on Thundercats? Weren't they Burbills? Anyway. Maybe one was Burbill, and he's the best because his name's Bill. We're going to turn on our Dremel here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fella, watch the cape. I know I'm not using proper safety precautions. But I'm going to go in just a little bit here. Just to kind of smooth that out. Just a little bit. That's all. Speed's not even that. We're not even doing anything crazy there. It's just to make sure, you know, it just gives a little bit of room. Right? Just a little bit of room in here to make sure that everything's good. And if for some reason we just made it a little too loose, whoops, then we can always use our UV resin. Knock that problem out real quick. All right. So here's the moment of truth. Tell you what, we're gonna pause this amazing Rage Against the Machine song, and we'll do it over here. We'll go full cam. Maybe let's see if it'll pop up on the microphone here. We're gonna see if we can get a nice satisfying pop out of this. Wait for it. My neighbor's outside. He's like yelling on his phone. It's just how he talks. He's not mad. That was a very satisfying pop. Now, the next thing is it going to move the way we want it to? Forward, side to side, backwards. Feels great. But that could be very misleading. Very misleading. So we want to see, is it going to twist? Oh man, butter. It's perfect. I wish you guys could feel the tension on that joint. It's literally perfect. This is what we wanted. Another thing though that I fixed off stream, I wish I should have saved it for the stream, but I don't know. I was just kind of in the mood to get things done sometimes. And this right here, I felt that in my soul. I'll tell you, man. It's like I love all the figure collectors, man. You hear that? They're like, that pops like, oh shit. It's like, this is the best. So this arm, for any of you familiar with the Mafex brand, probably have seen this. Maybe not experienced it personally, and I hope you never do. But if you do, it wasn't broken, but the arm was popped out right here. And I don't know if I've got one of these nearby. I was going to show you. Let me see. I've got an entire bag of what am I trying to say here? Knockoff Spider-Man figures. Hang on. I don't know where I put them. I just had them the other day. I don't know how I ended up with so many of them. I think a couple friends gave them to me. I don't remember ever purchasing one besides at a toy store that had one loose. This is not fodder. This is a good one. Well, I don't know where I put them. I've got just a giant bag of Spider-Man figures, but anyway. Well, I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about, but I don't know if I can without that. I'm not popping the arm back out. If you're not familiar, just kind of for those of you who are not familiar with the way it works, and if you missed the what was it? If you missed the Daredevil streams that I did, and I'm not seeing anything in here that's gonna hang tight. How's everybody doing today? You know, sometimes you got to buy a little time, or maybe this is the time that we bought for ourselves, but how's everybody doing? I see a lot of, I like this though. It's really cool because I can live vicariously through a lot of you, the figure guys. Did any of you guys pick up any SDCC exclusives? Were you excited for anything? Did you like what you saw? Could you just not get anything like me? Oh, something is really, hang on, something's caught back here in my, just a bag of macabre. Oh. I'm going through my little drawers over here to see. This one's got a break in it, that sucks. Must have got aggressive with that one. See if I had any of these joints in here to show you guys what I was talking about, but I guess not. So that's dumb. You can look at my white arm though if you'd like. You like that? Like that? Where's my box of joints? I shouldn't say that out loud in Texas, but talk about figure joints. Come on. We all know that. Hey, I found the... Hey, hang on. Look at that. When you're looking for stuff, sometimes you find things. Wait. What? Birthday? Hang on. Did I miss a birthday? It's my birthday today. Andrew, it's your birthday today? Happy birthday, Andrew. That's awesome. Well, happy... Dude, and you're watching me? Are you working right now? You working right now? You just kind of like got me on in the background? Dude, that's super cool, man. SDCC, I'm a Mezco guy. Nothing hit me at all. You're a Mezco guy. Man, I was for a little while, dude. I was big into Mezco for a while. And then I just started getting nervous with the product. And then, well, now it just isn't financially feasible at all. But every now and then one will like pique my interest. That Solomon Grundy looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. That one's nice. It's like, you know, I love the soft goods era, right? It was such a cool thing. We got all these cool soft goods, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then you start kind of realizing, oh shit, this stuff kind of deteriorates, man, depending on what the fabric is. So I don't really collect anything that's got that faux kind of leather stuff anymore. Jesse, yours was on the 4th? Oh, I hope the toy god make it rain on you. Hey, well, happy late, Jessers. Better late than, you know, never. If you ever owned a Marvel Legend Hulk figure, Mafex arms is surprisingly the same, except is double jointed. Really? Really? I didn't know that. Look at that. Doombot 9000, just saw that. Happy birthday. Look at, welcome also. Picked up the Hammond Collection Raptor from SDCC. Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh my God, the kids are twins on the 4th. Happy belated, my dude. Oh my God. This is crazy, dude. On staycation. Hey, man. More power to you, dude. I love a staycation. That's my favorite kind. That's my favorite kind. All right, so this here is a little junker knockoff Spider-Man. In fact, we used his a piece of his ankle to fix that Mafex Daredevil here recently that we had to fix. Let me see if I can pop this arm out without breaking it, because I'd like to keep it intact if possible. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can't, because you can't. It won't pop out with just heat. It won't, because there's a hard plastic. What I'm trying to show you is how it's built. Let me see. Because we're taking just a quick break before we jump into our next repair. But I was going to show you something else that I fixed on this this Superman. I'm trying not to break. I don't want to break this thing to show you guys how it's put together. That would be silly. Damn, this KO. Sometimes these KOs will surprise the hell out of you, you know? Ow. I almost clamped my finger in that. Alright, let's see if I can't get this piece out of here. See if I can get this piece out. I'm going to break this thing. Okay, well, anyway, this one's on really good. In fact, they're almost never on this good. But the way these elbows go through, there's a piece that goes all the way through the bicep. Feels like I actually got it out a little bit. And it goes into another hard plastic piece. Damn, this thing's really in there good. I guess we'll just leave it alone. So anyway, this goes into here and it goes into the red, right? So there's a hard plastic piece in and there's another hard plastic piece. And with those, it's weird, like they can pop out. So this little pegs into this, connects into this cavity, right? Or this little socket that's in here. And what happens is the reason it pops out, I'm not sure if it's just because a factory issue or if like something didn't cool properly or whatnot. But a lot of times all you have to do, if nothing broke, if it just disconnected and it won't come back, like let's say you put it back in the arm, you twist the arm and it pops out. You twist the arm and it pops out. Well, all you have to do is heat up this piece and this bicep, because these are softer plastic pieces. And then you just give it a nice firm push. Generally, it'll pop right in. There have been instances where maybe it doesn't connect very well. And so in that point, you're in need of more, better repair, different repair. Gurwal, what's going on, man? How are you doing today? I hope good. I really hope good. And with that, it made me want to hear a Band of Horses song. And the name of this song is In Need of Repair. So for those of you watching on Twitch, if you can hear this lightly in the background. You're on lunch right now. All right, let's go. Thanks for joining me. We got lots of, we got like some belated birthdays, and we got a birthday today. Our guy Andrew that's in here, he's got a birthday. It's freaking awesome. I'm seeing just a lot of familiar and unfamiliar names, and I freaking love that so much, man. It's super cool. So thank you guys for jumping in and supporting your friendly neighborhood Toychanic. I appreciate you guys. Well, that was, I don't think that I explained that very well, but here we are. So what are you going to do? You know the boxes and the photo boxes from Hobby Lobby and Michaels. Oh, yeah. I know about those. Photo boxes. Oh, wait. Are you talking about, like these? Boxes and the photo boxes from Hobby Lobby. Cat! It's Cat. Who's that girl? Who's that gamer? Who's that gamer? It's Cat. That's the song I made for you, and it's not based off of a show. That's an original song. Oh, look at that Fisher Price just going spinning. Where did you get that one? That one's great. I think this arm was doing really well before I popped it out. Now it's going to get loose. But, I mean, it's a KO, so whatever. I think the reason I used this one in particular was because this arm just came out of the sock. Like, it arrived like this. I got it home. I was like, oh, Oh, neat. Yeah, dude. You know, oh, dude, Miguel, the ones I like. So there's two other ones. Oh man, I think. Where did I put them, dude? They're more expensive probably, but I wish I could. I wish I had more of. Where are they at? Hang on. Please tell me though what you were gonna say something about them, so we can go ahead and tell me about them. I'm gonna try to grab this stuff over here. I think they're off to the side. Hang on. I'll be right back. I hope, unless I fall and all this stuff collapses on top of me. In that case, it's been really nice knowing you. Oh, I don't see them over here. No. Dang it. I'll probably put something on top of them. There's some that are they're bigger. They got more room in them, man. I love those. I don't know where mine are though. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run and try see if I can grab the see if that box is in the living room. Give me just a second. Instead of going to be right back, I'll be right back. Oh, actually, you know what? I can run an ad. I can run an ad while I go, can't I? How do I do an ad? How do I run an ad break? I don't know how to do that. I don't actually know how to run an ad. I'll just do the be right back. Be right back. I can't find them, and I didn't want to leave you guys on loop. It's fine. It's fine. Stupid. Andrew Milton. Did you just drop a critic reference? Whoa! Whoa! Cat! Miguel, we're gonna need we need a cat. We need a cat mug as well. We need a mug for cat. Actually, I need to talk to you about that. Forget I said anything, cat. Thank you, cat. Well, what I was trying to get at originally was that this arm came like that, and you can, dude, listen to this. Like, it's really in there. Yeah, cat, don't worry about it. Crunchy arm. Crunchy arm ASMR. It looks like Crunchy Arm as Mister. But yeah, I mean this arm does not sound like that. I don't think it's supposed to. A legume. There's a Critic was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. As a kid, I was a child. A lot of my humor, I think, came from that show. His dad drops that at one. There's like a super, just serious conversation that just happened. It was, you know, kind of detrimental to Jay. And then his dad's like, his adopted father, Franklin's like, the peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. They're like, and then something else is said, and he's like, oh, wait, it is a nut. I'm like, God damn it. Anyway, if you don't watch The Critic and don't have any reference, that's extremely niche and lost on everybody, probably. But this arm's fixed, I guess. It's just, you'll know if it's fixed if, like, you twist it. If you can go all the way, if you can pull on this, spin it all the way around, and it doesn't come out. Oh. Ah, it came out. Oh. Whoa. Looked like we were getting a little crazy there. An old SNL coffee talk skit. I wonder what came first. Okay, so interesting that just came out. I'm glad I tested that. I knew there was a reason while I was like stuck on this. Ooh, some Gus Dapperton's playing. Let's go. Okay, so now I can actually show you. Let me see if I can't pop this arm out instead of trying to deal with this cape. I just don't want to get anything dirty on this cape. Like, I don't know, just in case. The more you handle it, the more it can get dirty. So what I usually do is I'll take a flathead screwdriver. I'll go in through the bottom like so here. Find just a nice little spot here, little fulcrum spot. You can pop that out. And we're going to leave this here. Yeah, because I told the client, I was like, I already put the arm on. I was like, I wish I would have saved that for the stream. Here we go. So like, oh, Gerwal, you think Clockman got to him? Aw. Speaking of which, this is one of those things, like I always tell my grandfather, he was like, he'd asked me a long time ago, super weird, but he was like, is there anything you want, like, if I pass away? And I was just like, God, what a stupid question. I hate you for this. I actually don't hate you. I love you so much. Don't die. You can't die. And there was this cheap, like, pocket watch he'd showed me when I was a kid, and he just held on to it. And I don't know if it's actually cheap, but he said it was, I don't know. He just had it forever, and I don't know where it came from, and he gave it to me. He's still alive, by the way. I don't think this thing even works, but you said clock, and I looked up, and it's always in front of me. I don't even think it, like, it used to pop open. There you go. Look at that. Classic. I don't even know if it works anymore or not. I bet I could open it up and fix it, but for some reason now, it's stuck at, like, 124, and I don't know. That's neat. Maybe it means something. Maybe not. It is. It's fun. I like it. And it's also got, I love that it's got this piece right here. This is what, this little clip, but it's so big, and it actually will clip onto this acrylic piece up here, which I don't have anything else. I think that would clip onto that. That's that big. Okay, so let's get back to Superman. I was going to show you guys. What I'll have to do probably is heat this up. Sometimes you got to heat this up in order to get it out of there. I'd rather not test it, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this. We'll go full screen so you can see me. So you can see me get heated up. Here we go. Okay. Just got a little heat gun here. Normally what I would suggest you do is to soak this in hot water, because It's safer. It's an more even heat, but I know how to use this heat gun, so I'm gonna use the heat gun. Just heating it up just a little bit. This is super soft plastic. It does not need a lot of heat. So you're gonna go grip here and just kind of should pop out. There we go. All right. So this is what I wanted to show you guys that I'm not showing you right now. Here we go. Same heat. Hey, dude, Miguel, look at this. This is so funny. I've got it's got the different temperatures on it. I have it marked here. You can see there's like I put a Sharpie marker right here because that's the point you don't want to go past. We learned that in the early days of heat gunning, and that heat gun is awesome. If that thing ever breaks, I'm getting another one. That's the same one. Wouldn't want any other one. I feel like I should buy 4 of them. Just in case they stop making, it's like that whole, like, they don't make them like they used to. Oh, Kat, I think you'll like this. Let's see, I wonder. Hang on. Turn off, you turn off, thanks. I kind of love that it flickers. That's just me holding it. Freaking dope, dude. Yeah, kind of love that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that came from, oh yeah. So at the place we used to work, we used to get like, we'd order tons of promo products from them, and they send you stuff all the time. Like, hey, here's a free thing here. So, which this could actually be taken off with a sanding bit or, whatever. I'd like to paint it orange, but who cares? Right? Anyway, fun little thing right there. I wish I had a press button, like a click button though. I thought you'd like that, Cat. Everybody liked it. That was awesome. I didn't expect that. Okay, so here is the mechanism for the engineering for a lot of the Mafex elbows. Maybe, I'm not going to say all of them, but here lately, almost everything. Oh, I can only imagine, dude. They're hit or miss, Cat. They're hit or miss. But yeah, so this is it. There's a double joint here. This actually looks similar on this other side, only it doesn't have this weird square, like kind of angular peg here. This is what we just fixed on the Daredevil. If you guys missed that, it was a hell of a, it was like a multi-stream thing. It was crazy. But, so this is how it works. You've got your bicep cover here, right? And then with this, normally, this is going to go through, insert into this little cavity, little socket, right? And then this hard piece of plastic here goes in like this. I believe that's the correct way. It only goes so far. Yeah. That'd be it then. So it's in like so it can actually bend all the way back up. I believe that's right. Yeah. It's weird that it has a stopping point, because if you were to actually take this out, shave this off, you could really add some crazy range to Superman. I don't know if you'd need to. Probably not, but Bill Maroon, the multi-stream of madness. Oh, Jessers, check it out. This was drawn by a human, one of the coolest humans I know, one of the most talented humans I know, Harry, or drawn from the soul. And just in case you're wondering, he's one of the coolest artists. He's dealing with a lot of the bullshit of the world right now as well. Dealing with AI freaking stealing from us and everything and taking from our art. But there's his name there, drawn from the .soul. And you can see here he's done a lot of work for Unparalleled Universe. But he's just a phenomenal artist. And he does... oh, look! Oh my god. This is so cool. Bro. Look how cool that is, man. You can't even see the whole thing. It's like super bright over here. It's too damn bright. You can't even see the whole thing, but it's a time lapse of me. And look. You can't even see that either. 24,000 people liked it. Not 24. It probably looked like 24, but you can see the 1,000 at the end of it. Amazing. And not only did he do that one, but he also did, and he just did these, man. He just did these because he thought it was just because he's cool. I wonder if I can add a picture. I had a picture of the other one I think I had in here. Let me see. Image. Let me see if I can add a new image. See if I can find my defenders. This is super cool. Here we go. Check that out. So after like my hair got shorter, that old one still works too. So that was like Toychanic Supreme, and this right here is the Toychanic like Defenders outfit. Look at the belt buckle. Look at the belt. Look at the belt. It's so badass. It's just so badass. And look at the tools. The tools up there. Look, he used my ball peen hammer. Like these are my. He didn't like just mess around. Like look at the heart that's put into this, dude. Like here's the ball peen hammer, right? He's got. What we got here? Let's remake it. Look at that. And then of course the classic. Look at that. Yeah. Amazing, dude. I don't know. Harry's dope. I love him. He's amazing. Go give him some love, please. Because he's freaking awesome. I love real artists, dude. I don't support the AI stuff at all. So no. We need to encourage the good humans we have. What? Let's see. Where are we at here? I like using JMZ. Okay, I trust you. Oh, I gotta go back. Oh, sorry, Gerwal. I just saw that, man. Hope you had a good lunch, and I hope the rest of your day is awesome, as good as it can be. You know, you're awesome, Gerwal. We love you, and have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. What did Andrew say here? What brand do you think a McFarlane collector should shift their eyes to? There's a lot of companies coming for that shelf space aggressively. Oh gosh. I don't know. All right, I want to be nice here. Do you collect everything McFarlane? Like not just a specific line? Because that's nuts. No, I'm kidding. I actually am interested. Like, what is it you're collecting from McFarlane? Is it you just like McFarlane figures? Because I'm sure that exists. I'm not McFarlane's biggest fan, but I won't lie. I do own a good amount of stuff. I collected all the Aquaman stuff. There are some really good figures, honestly, that he made. I do like that new Vigilante, and I like the horses he made as well. So those are cool. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so this does work still. But seriously, on a serious note, it's your birthday. What do you collect from McFarlane? And also, while waiting for that response, you can see here that after we strip this whole thing down, that is popping out, isn't it? Interesting. Okay, well, in that case, we've got a little bit of a situation on our hands that might call for some sweet, sweet UV resin. It's very interesting. We've got this peg is actually popping out. So this is how I usually test it completely. If you take the whole thing, strip the whole thing down, and you test the mechanism in its raw state here, right? This actually is pretty good. Like this, generally, this isn't going to come out normally, but as you can tell with the pressure, it shouldn't come out like that. You saw me struggling with that Spider-Man a minute ago. That's how it should be. So, what was weird though is like earlier, whenever we popped it in, it felt like it like just barely caught, and so it had that that sound, which is what we don't want. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of UV here. Not everything, just what I like. Good. I'm a Batman fan. I was a Todd fan. Well, why are you no longer a Todd fan? You just don't like the figures anymore, or I'm interested in knowing why you're not. Todd has my respect. Like he gives a shit, but you know what I mean. I can say that. I can say that I respect the person, the work he's done. So, okay. So what we're gonna do here is I've added a little bit of UV resin to the end here to make this end a little bit bigger. But what I want to do I'm trying to think if this is the way I want to approach this or not. If I want to go ahead and just keep this the way it is, like I just did that. Nah, we're gonna do this. So I just put a little dab of UV resin. Only you might be able to see it in the light. Let's see. So it's gonna be only right around here. Right? We didn't put it in the little divot right there, right? It's only on the outer edge, and where the lip, like the catch is right here, right? And we've done that because it's going to make this thing just a little bit larger. So we're going to go and hit it with the UV light. So we're going to go ahead and solidify this. What I was thinking of doing was popping this in and pulling it back out, and then trying to hit it with the light, but that's just going to make it tighter, and I don't really need this to be tighter. I just need to make sure that this hangs on, you know what I mean? So let's see what happens here. What's up, Kyrus? And now I'm like trying to debate, like, do I want to pop this in here, or do I just want to go ahead and... Yeah, I think it's safer. We'll just do safe. You should have been a surgeon. I doubt it, man. I'm probably not smart enough for that. Okay, so notice how this is like, now it's way too, like, that's just a little too tight to get in here, right? So we're just going to have to kind of play with this. I want to figure out what's wrong with it. I thought, usually all you have to do is, like I said, heat up the softer plastic bits, give it a little like firm push back in, and it connects in, and then it's not going to pop back out. But this one definitely is, there's definitely something wrong with it. Like we definitely have an issue here. So I'm going to turn on the Dremel again. Watch your ears. Oh, really? Okay. Hang on, Andrew. We're gonna touch on that. Because I might have to retract what I said earlier. We're just shaving around just the ends here. All the way around. This is the beauty about the UV resin as well. Notice how we put it on there, we solidified that, we cured it, and it was a little too big, so all we have to do is shave it down, and we can always add more. So you said caught a long-form interview with him. He's just not a good guy. I can't continue to support him. Oof. Okay. Well, I haven't seen that, so that's what I was basing my comments on previously. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. He is, yeah, okay, so, all right, let me backtrack. When I say, like, the respect, there's a lot of things that happen, I guess, that, like, when you respect the work somebody put in and the dedication that they had to a craft, creating certain characters and pushing, you know, narratives or whatnot that were, not narratives, but, like, bigger, I don't know, original characters and whatnot. I do now remember, I'm remembering, I think it was Shartimus had an interview with him, and he talked about, like, how, I'm just remembering this too, how, like, boys don't want girl toys and, like, female figures, and that's what turns them into, like, serial killers or something. They grow up to that, and I'm like, man, now that you're saying that, yeah, like, that's kind of ringing a bell back with me. And there's probably more now. Yeah, well, you know what? You collect who you want to collect, and I respect the fact that if a person seems like a scumbag, that you don't want to support them, as you shouldn't, because we got to take care of each other out here, right? Okay, so with that said, we're going to. All right, I need to make sure that I'm putting this back in the correct way. That would suck. We're going to check our Superman, who's got his factory arm in. And it would be on this side here. And it looks like it'll be the underside. So this is the way we want this to go in. So it looks like this flat piece right here is the front. The big flat front piece is that's what's gonna go in the front. Great. You always want to double, triple check these things, man. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is first we're going to, what I like to do is this. I take a little screwdriver and I just put it through little socket right there, little peg hole. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and grab our heat gun. We're gonna heat this up. I'm a bit of a surgeon. I'm a toy surgeon, you know. I think there's actually a guy that goes by that name too. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot of I don't endorse any other toy repair people, and it's not because I'm trying to be a jerk, but I just know what it's like doing it just for myself. And I don't know, man. People are weird. People are always going to be weird. And everybody uses different methods, and I'm always nervous to, like, you know, I've never sent somebody else's way unless it was like somebody like Corey from Casting Cave or something like that, because it's like, oh, he can paint figures. He does a really good job painting figures. I know his work's good. You can go to him. Or my buddy Anthony had some really good prints, all stuff like that. But it's not to discourage them. I just don't know a whole lot of them, and I can't vouch for their work. You know, I've never had a figure repaired by somebody else. Why would I? That seems strange. But so it's nothing against them, but it's funny you just mentioned that name, and I was like, I think I know, like, I know that name. Like toy surgeon or plastic surgeon or something like that. I don't know. So we're going to heat these up. I'm heating up the softer plastic parts here. So obviously we can make the plastic softer, and we're going to go ahead and pop that piece in, hopefully in one go. And I like to do these pieces kind of separately, just because it gives me more control. And I'm not heating up anything I'm like not supposed to. So now also what it does is it keeps this kind of, let me go back to the repair cam, keeps this piece kind of like standoffish, right? It's going to be over on this side. It's away from this. I'm going to heat this one up one more time. Should probably have my screwdriver on there, but that's all right. All right, so now let's see if we can't just pop this guy in and be done with it. Get a safe grip, because you don't want to slip and break your elbow joint. Come on. Gotta find the right spot on there, man. Because you do not want to slip and break this peg piece. I don't know if it's in or not. I didn't hear a pop, but I didn't hear it originally, so let's see. Ah, dang it. Okay, here's what we're going to do, actually. I'm going to hold the arm like this. We're going to heat it up. That way we've got all of the soft plastic at once. Let's see if we can't get this piece to pop in after we've softened the plastic. All right, see if we can get this. Gonna line it up. Ooh, that's so risky. That felt really risky. Maybe we can. Okay, I think that's should be in there. I just want to make sure that it's going to stay. And if it's not staying, then we're going to have to reassess this. Is it going to pop out? Yeah. Damn, dude. What's going on with this? This has actually turned into a bigger job than I definitely expected. I thought this was popped right in. I'm really glad I checked this, because this would have went right back to him and he'd been like, dude. It's like just not catching all the way around. I think it would help if you would learn how to make joints from scratch, 3D and print them. You know, I've thought about it. I'm sure the technology's out there, but the experience that I had whenever 3D printing was really kind of taken off in the, you know, affordable, like do it from home kind of aspect, was that the plastics or the resins weren't strong enough to withstand the pressure and the amount of articulation that we were that these things go through, right? Now, I think there's like a guy who goes by Custom Combatants, both with K's, like the Mortal Kombat spellings. He's been making like stuff. I don't know his mixture. I'm sure he keeps that probably secret. But it's for replacement Storm collectible pieces. And apparently his are pretty good. I've never used any of his stuff, but from what I hear, they're pretty good. No complaints from the clients, and that's to use at your own discretion. But I've sent a lot of people his way, actually, because all I can say is, it's like, well, I can't fix that or whatever, because a lot of those old Storm collectibles ninja pieces they fall apart on the inside, and they're just a complicated like mess and on the inside, and it's not worth even trying to. I've fixed a few of them, but I don't try to do that anymore unless, I really don't. I lucked out with one not too long ago. But I like it, to answer your question. Yeah, I've thought about it. I bet Corey from Casting Caves is going to be the guy that's going to crack that one, though. He works kind of like me. He's a little more of a, I don't know, methodical worker. We're not in a rush really to do anything like that. You know what I mean? Kind of enjoy the process a lot of times, but really, Kyrus, that's amazing. I would gladly. How much is ZBrush though, and what do I need? I have a so I have a Mac. I have a Mac Pro laptop. I do have a Wacom tablet that works fairly well now that I figured out that if you hardwire it, there's no lag. I was so upset. I could have been using this thing for months and almost half a year, maybe more. But when I first got it, I put it in and I started playing with it, and it was like a wireless, and the wireless functionality was just lagging. So every time I touched down, it would glitch or move or whatever. And I'm like, well, this sucks. And I was just working in like Illustrator. And so I was like, well, that sucks. Because I kind of wanted it to try not only to draw in Illustrator and Photoshop, but also to, you know, attempt my hand at 3D stuff. But I would take you up on that. Maybe we could, like, do you have Discord, Kyrus? That would be probably a really good way for us to go about that. I don't know if it has all the tools for making joints. Yeah, and I'm what they call unemployed. I do have like, I might have deleted it, but I could always get it again. Like I had Blender and all that stuff. But, and I do have a 3D printer. It's an old one. I don't know if it works because I've never used it, which is crazy. But my friend gave it to me because he got a bunch of new ones, and he printed a part that it was missing. That's why he got rid of it in the first place, because it was like broken, but then we think he printed the right spot. So you could try the free version. Okay. Well, that'd be awesome, man. If you've got Discord, hit me up on there. That'd be awesome. All right, so I just did some UV resin in here. Kind of spun it around and we cured it. Damn. Okay. Oof. Okay. Well, this has turned into something different. I was going to do another repair today, but now, unfortunately, gosh, I'm going to feel bad too, because I know there was some people that, I told the people that actually own those Mecha Godzillas that I'd be probably working on that today, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'd love to be able to do this stuff all day long, but I can't because it'll kill my back and neck and head. So, probably going to have to come back tomorrow. But we're still here for this one, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe, who knows? Maybe something's about to work. So, let's try this. I'm going to go in and see if I can't sand this down in here, because something is going on to where it's not catching right. Right? Pretty sure this is the resin I just put in here as well. So we got to get that out of there. I'm going to turn it up. Hang on. Kind of feeling around in there for any like imperfections, and it feels weird. Like there's like definitely something when I go to the one side. I don't see any plastic coming out either. You really got to crank this thing up. My back hurts too. Yeah, I go on Discord sometimes. I don't have my own, but I can go on your Discord. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can message though. We can message each other on there. So please do. Actually, if you're on oh, you're not. You're on YouTube. So if you go to my Twitch channel that we're on right now, like twitch.tv/crewmaru, CREWMARU, in the About Me section, there's a link to the Discord. And you can click and join if you want, and then you can find me there. Or I believe I'm just under Bill Maru, I think. So, joint inspector should be a whole paid position at every toy company. No kidding, dude. I agree. Man. I'm wondering. I've got a couple ideas that I think might work for this. There's no lip inside the shoulder to catch on. How do you make that groove? Oh, so you mean the socket? Okay, so, man, I don't have that Lobo, so I don't know how to even approach that. The one I've got, I don't even know where he is. I'm not gonna lie. What you would do is you need like a burr bit like this, right? A bigger one, obviously. But what you would do is you're going to go in this way, right? You're going to go in straight, right? And you need to make sure that this is going to be smaller than the hole that's already there, right? And what you'll do is you'll go in at a certain distance, and then you will press against the side at an angle and make circular motions. And what that's going to do, it's going to cut out a piece. But you make sure you're not doing it near the top, because you don't want it to be one solid, you don't want it to be one uniform size. So you want it to start out small and then get bigger, so it matches the shape of that piece, of that T-shaped piece. So you go in, and then when you get in, you'll go around, Just make sure you don't do it too high, right? Iron Art and LPZZ joints are so hidden and good range too. Really? That's awesome. Okay, cool. I look forward to seeing some of those. Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, I think that's the way to do it. Like, that's how I've done it. That's actually, I did that on a stream. Yeah, I did that actually. There's a, oh man, I don't know if I did it live or not. I definitely did it live, but it's on YouTube. Or is it on YouTube? Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I did a Triclops mod for the new Motu figures, because they don't have thigh swivels, right? So I actually show you how to do that. Wait, there might be I might have a YouTube tutorial that kind of gives you an idea. Hang on. Let me see, it's over here. Let me go to my channel. Let's see, view your channel. Videos. That's a dope thumbnail. I like that one. It would be an older one, but here it is. Man, I don't know. I haven't watched this in a long time. This is pretty old, but there is a video on my YouTube channel called DC Icons Nightwing Thigh Mod. And that's what you would be looking for to kind of give you an idea as to, let's see where you're on YouTube. Dang it. So yeah, I can't link you, since I can only link to Twitch right now for some reason. But if you look up the DC Icons Nightwing Thigh Mod, it'll give you an instructional as to kind of how I did that. It gives you a better idea as to how to make that shape. Same problem with the terrible Build-A-Bane he did right out of the gate. What is that giant Build-A-Bane? DC Icons, and there's Warwick! Oh, hi! how are you? Ugh, well, that just makes me so happy. Oh my gosh. Showed up and I dripped on the mat. Wow, the mighty Mitch jumped in and just freaking linked it. Mitch! Did you just like look at that? You are now the thigh mod. You're the thigh modder for the thigh modder. Wow, dude, how's it? That it is good to see you. That is so cool. How about that? It's so awesome since I've jumped back on here and like found out how to simultaneously stream from Twitch and to YouTube. Man, I've just been seeing all the people that I missed popped up. It's freaking crazy. Where can I message you on your Discords if you want? Oh, just you can just click on my name. Send a message. Send a message. Ooh, where are you going? Oh, you don't have to tell me where you're going. You don't have to dox yourself, but have fun on your trip. That's exciting. Whoa, Japan, that's a big trip. Cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you, Mitch. That's awesome. That sounds awesome. Damn, that sounds really fun. I want to take a trip to Japan. I want to take a trip anywhere, really. Okay, we're going to have to calm down. I think I just put way too much of this in here. Where are my... There we go. I made you. The old DC icons. They were hated on, and then as soon as people started loving them, they're like, nope, it's too late. Like my only trip, so going big, then going home. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. That'll be really fun. Kyrus, as I was saying as well, like if you just go into that Discord, man, just find me and send me a link. I'm sure I've posted. If you can't find me, go into the music section. That's where I usually am posting in my own crew, the Crew Maru Discord in there. All right, so I'm trying to get the right amount of UV on here that I think is going to do the trick. Pop that in there, twist that around. Because this has just been a bit of a nightmare. Didn't expect this. Let's try to wipe some of this off of here. We don't want it in the actual seam there. Let's see if that works. Let's give it a shot, right? That's what we're here for. There we go. Get a little bit of UV on there, you know. Let's cure this bad boy. All right. Should be good. Should be good. I like how Mitch stopped by to just like mod the hell out of my chat and be like, all right, dipping out. So by the color, I assume you're fixing Clark Kent. Superman. Clark is Superman. How absurd. Yeah, actually, so we fixed his waist earlier. So his waist is good. He's solid in here. And I thought I'd fix this arm just by simply kind of heating this piece up and heating these up and popping this on. But this has really... Something has gone wrong in this one, and it will not, like, stay in. If you twist it, sure, it stays. But then if you twist and you pull, it tends to pop out. So it's catching somewhere. So I'm trying to essentially rebuild the engineering on the inside as soon as you started talking, a Grubhub ad started. Damn it. All right, let's try to Dremel a little bit of this out. I'll wait till this ad breaks over and I'll talk to Mitch again. While we're here. Like I said, this is the cool bit about this resin. You can kind of do a little bit of trial and error without worrying about, messing up your figure. Cool. I'm not getting a satisfying, like, oh, wait. That might have been it. All right, awesome, Kairos. Oh, I think that was it. Oh, that wasn't it. Damn. Okay. All right. Yep. Hey, so sorry, Mitch. Sorry about that. So yeah, we've been trying to essentially, rebuild what's going on in here, and I thought I had it again just now with this UV resin. So we pop it in there, and it went in, and everything seemed good, and it's still giving me trouble. So I'm gonna have to go old school on this, and that's fine. I'm fine with doing that. So that pops in, see, but it's kind of loose because we dremeled out some. I was trying to clean it up a little bit. Oh, beautiful song. This is mine and Christine's wedding song, actually, for those of you who are listening on Twitch, but I'm going to switch it over to some synthwave so I'm not distracted. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this a tiny piece right here, and we're going to add a little bit of just a little bit of thickness here. We'll thicken this boy up. How does that sound? Let's check the size here. This will work. I believe this is a point. This might be a 0.7, 0.8 maybe. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole down this piece here, down the shaft. I set it. All right, let's put this on. Let's lower our speed. All right. So, oh my God, turn on the light, Bill. And what we're going to do after this is we're going to insert a screw, and that will expand the plastic a bit. I'm going to try really hard not to break this drill bit. Come on, we're just going to find a way for it to catch. Okay. Make sure we stay in the center. And go straight in. Back out. Go back out. Perfect. Oh, thank you, Mitch. I appreciate that. You know, sometimes I even amaze myself. I do show off sometimes, though, to Christine. I'll be like, look what I did. Stuff like this is crazy, man. Like, this is for those of you, you know, sometimes it looks way bigger on the TV screen and whatnot, you know, but it's very, very tiny right there. And so, what I want to do now is I should have this screw over here as well. There we go. I'm debating on like what I want to do here, because I could simply put a smaller screw in here, and that might be enough. But what I want to do is, you'll notice that these drill bits here that I just used, they only go to about, oh, okay, hang on. No, that's actually pretty far in. Did I go that far in? Hang on. I don't think I did. No, see, if I'm going all the way in, I want to make sure that that I'm not just putting a screw to like right here. I want to make sure it goes to at least right here. And the reason I want to do that is so if anything, we're solidifying and we're making this a stronger piece. And I think we might have enough real estate here to actually use this bigger drill bit and go all the way in. And what we can do is then we can insert one of our sturdy boys here. Oh, look out. Hey, look at that. Spike just like swooped in and gifted a freaking sub straight over to Mitch. Because Mitch is amazing. All right. Just a little going away gift on your for your trip. Because I know when you're over there, you're going to want to watch me stream as well. You're like, probably not. All right. You want to make sure also that whenever you're, like I said, using these keyless chucks, you have to be very careful and make sure that the drill bit is nice and centered. You can test that by whenever you turn it on, if it like looks like it's wobbly at the end. It just looks pretty good. And since we've already got our track started, careful. I'll carefully go in here. That's all the way in there. It's all the way to the end. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So now that we've gone all the way in with that drill bit, we're going to take this. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Andrew, I love that you said that. That has been my go-to reference for so long. It's like, this is literally the moment. I'm like, every time I do that, I'm like, just think Luke Skywalker. Just think of him. Think of that shot he makes. And a lot of times, that's it. You get one shot at this thing, man. That's it. All right. So what happens here? We're going to be very careful as I'm putting this in, because I want to make sure that it's not going to stress the plastic to the point where it splits it. You know what I mean? We don't want that to happen. We might actually have to go, you know what, we're going to go back in. Same drill bit, same speed. And we're just going to kind of pressing it to the sides a little bit, kind of just barely moving around. This is a much stronger drill bit than those finger drill bits, so keep that in mind. It's less likely to break on you. Not saying that it won't, not saying that it can't, but it's less likely to break. And so I'm just kind of slowly, kind of just moving it around in there to kind of widen what we've already made. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But we're going to make sure it's like even all the way through, right? As I'm coming out, I'm just going in small circles right now. And that should do the trick. Like I said, and the reason why I went the extra mile here is because we don't want this arm to break once it does go in there. Because chances are, once this goes inside, this thing is going to be like probably pretty snug. And so we don't want it to twist or break off while it's in there. We don't want it to be that tight. We just need this to catch. I don't know why it's not catching though. I don't know if it's the screw. Let's try another one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see. It's either that or maybe we just like maybe just the entry is larger and or it could have been the screw. This kind of went right in. Okay, a little trick to what we can do here. Like normally I tell you, like I want to go in, you know, be able to make sure that I'm able just to use my hand to put this in, but I like to kind of hold this steady because I want to check to see like it's about to start. More than likely it's going to start stressing on us. I'm trying to get rid of any of that UV resin that might still be kind of hanging out because it's definitely about to stress this plastic a bit. I just want to make sure I'm not stressing it too much. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I think it's going to stress it a little too much, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to go back in with our drill bit. Only this time I'm going to go in at a little bit higher speed because we need to widen this hole a little bit. Just a little bit. Also keeping it in the center, right? I'm going to go a little faster. That's going to be about as fast as we go. Careful. We should do it. Making sure we're not melting anything or breaking anything we shouldn't. And making sure to try to keep it all in the center here. Alright, that's pretty good. I don't want to go any more. We like to do like slow and steady. I keep hitting this thing. Oh my god! We just had a freaking crow raid. It's the crow maru. Oh my god. Oh, it's always exciting. It's exciting every time. Oh, I love it. I love it. So now we're going to solidify this. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Exclamation point. You're a nerd. I'm not a nerd. You're a nerd. Hey, how's it going? Chromaru, what's up, Joe? No, you! So what we want to do is we're going to grip this piece right here and make sure that we don't split the plastic. Beef, you can't just get people like that. Man, beef be like that, though. Beef be like that. Beef's beefing. Just got beef, dude. I have no idea what is happening, but happy to be here. We're getting raided. Yeah, see, this is why Dave needs to get his Twitch fixed. If he was on there, he'd be getting all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm telling you, man. But also, I run through OBS and stuff, not through StreamYard, so I don't know what you're able to do on there compared to this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this world. Look, what is it? Cat always says it. I just work here. Right? Mm-hmm. Cat gets me. That's beef. Yeah, beef gets me. All the time. How you doing, beef? You better be getting some sleep. You better be getting some sleep or Snail's going to get on you. Alright, we're going to try to see if this is going to be the solution to our problem. Which I think it's going to, I think it will be. I need to make sure, though, that I'm not going in too far. So what we can do is we can take another one. We can actually test the length here. How far did this go? Right now, we're here. So I want to go little further, and you can see it's stressing this piece, but it's going to have to expand a bit in order for this piece to, I think, in my opinion, for it to stay in. So I think we can go a little further, and then that's as far as I want to go with this thing. So we'll grip here, and the reason I'm doing that, like I said, this should hold this in, shouldn't split anything. And we just keep on twisting. I can see it trying, I can see it stressing as we go. Okay, that should be it. That's it. That's all I'm willing to do. Okay. Everything looks good on this end. Looks good on that end. Okay. So now we don't even have to glue this in. The unfortunate side is, like, the only way we can test it is we actually have to. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. We're actually going to have to clip the screw, and we're honestly going to just. First off, keep saying honestly, as many times apparently as I freaking can. We're going to get right here on the edge. We're going to get this, put it in the bag here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little, and mazel tov. All right, so that's off. So now what we have to do is shave the end so it's not going to cause any issues once we do insert this back into the proper socket. So let's go ahead and take these off here. Get that. And we're going to use our little paper sanding bit. These things are awesome. I'm surprised at how good these are compared to like the stone sanding bits. It's very interesting. All right. So we really got to expand the keyless chuck here a bit because we had a really tiny, I think that was a 1 point. I always forget. I think it was a 1.1 millimeter piece that was in there. So, all right. Now we're going to fire this up. Now we do have to go a little higher on this one. So, again, if you are triggered by loud noises, if you're triggered by drill sounds, you might want to mute or turn it down because here we go. So we're going to go ahead and sand this smooth on the end here. Be very careful about it. Almost there. A little sawing motion. Like I said, never leave your sanding bit on there. It's a insanely good conductor of heat, and you don't want to melt our plastic. All we're trying to do is sand the end of this where it's flush with the plastic, and that'll be it. Okay. So this probably expanded it by, I would hope, maybe a millimeter. Okay. So what that means is next we're going to pop everything back on, right? Make sure we're good here. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's see if this pops in here. This is actually probably going to be even a nice snug fit. Probably better than it was before, which that's the whole goal. So we also remember that this piece goes in the front. We want this in the front. But what we got to do real quick is we got to heat up this piece, right? So, take off our googles for a minute. Full cam. And we're going to grab our heat gun. Going to heat up this softer plastic. Just give it a nice, even, like a little rotisserie chicken here, right? Only it's not rotating as well because it's not on a very big screwdriver. It's alright. We gotta let our heat gun kind of get warmed up, for lack of a better term. Let's see. All right, that's feeling pretty good. All right. So now remember, flat piece was in the front. There we go. Don't forget. Pop this in here. And now, what we should be able to do, we might not even have to heat this up. We might keep that solid. And so what we want, hopefully, is this is going to pop in and stay in. I'm just got to be very careful as to how I approach this because I don't want to slip. There it went. Okay, it's in. Shark, what's going on, Shark? I got shark figures, but I can't get to some of them right now. Just know that they're there. Taking off the headlamp feels like scratching behind the sock line sometimes. You are so... Dude, that is incredibly accurate. That is so funny. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Is that your password, Beef? You just gave us your password. Look at this. Oh my god. That's perfect. It's perfect. That's what we wanted. Yes. 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 I could feel how good that was. Oh, man, we just had to essentially just make that piece bigger. And now we can simply take this from the side here and just pop on in. All right. And just like that, Superman is fixed. It was a thank you. Craig, you were the best. Craig, oh my gosh, Craig, you would fit in very well with this new crowd that humbly accepted me into their fold. Oh, they're wonderful. All right. Now Superman is done. Don't listen to him. We're evil and we bite. Well, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that, Cat. Gonna have to doubt. Gonna have to doubt a little bit. Here comes the doubt. And there it went. Yep. You just got doubted on. So, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god. What the heck and heck? You are ridiculous. But thank you. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Oh. You can't just doubt on me. I mean, can you it's just a natural thing that happened. It wasn't really even me that did it. That was just the cosmos doing their thing. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Cat. All right. I mean, it's not 2 o'clock yet. We're the time. We still have time, so we might be able to fit in another repair. I did tell the people that man, don't be throwing your tomatoes at me. There are people starving, and you're throwing tomatoes. Wow. Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, if that's how you want to utilize your produce. Nacho. Here it comes. I'm waiting for it.
Just,
I knew it. Here we
strolls
go.
up to the
You
Twister,
and Anthony.
and he says, "Have a drink."
Anthony was here within no time. I didn't even finish my like start. Damn, I was hella thirsty. Thanks. I forgot I was thirsty. Oh my god, the Triss is in here too. Jeez. The tomatoes might be contaminated these days though. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe that was her plan the whole time. She knew. Throwing rotten tomatoes at me. Oh man,
Losing his
Nacho.
mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
I'm not losing my mind. Not. You didn't want sudden poop explosion disease tomato? No. No, my dogs already went through that. No more. Nacho, I was going to say, man, it's too bad Leo's not tuning in. Bam. All right. And this is so freaking crazy. This is so crazy that I ended up with 2 of these at the same time with the same break. Yeah, look at this. Got this one. And this one's in the box. It's in the box. I have to be very careful with this box because they sent it to me in the box. Be very careful with it. It's like they're watching but messaging me, be like, saw you almost drop the box. What did I say? He sent it in the box. This is a Bandai Godzilla vs. Kong SH MonsterArts Mecha Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 Final Battle Edition. All right. So, here he is. Here he is. And what's wrong with him, you ask? Well, thank you. I'm glad you asked. Thank you, Kat. The problem that this guy actually had a bunch of pieces in the box that were just all willy-nilly flying all around in there, which is crazy. Gotta be careful how you pack some things. The packing's good in there. It's just like there's this one plastic bag with all the stuff in it, and I'm afraid what happened was like these claws. Oh my gosh, they're like rubber, so they're very soft. You can pop them on like so, but then if you like went to go like close the hand, it's not gonna work. Do these even close? I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to like. I don't know if these were supposed to stay on or not. I do have the one in the box, so I guess I could check to see if those are. Blue Oyster Cult Godzilla start playing in the background. Yes. Yeah, look at that. I can't even like. I don't know if these are supposed. Are these supposed to close? Did they even close? I have no idea. Look at that. I just touched this one, and this one fell off too. Good lord. Okay, well, we're not fixing the hands. If I own this figure, I would be, unless there's like a different attachments, I would, Jesus, I would be gluing these things on. No, you know what? Here, we're gonna take these, and we're gonna get ourselves a smaller Ziploc. The guy sent the baby. Oh wait, hang on, Andrew. Oh, you're not watching on Twitch, are you? So you can't hear it. I can actually turn the music. For those of you who are watching live, we'll put on some BOC real quick. Here we go. All right, so these guys' little hands put away, tucked away here. Ooh. All right. So his little tail, he's got some problems here. So this piece right here was inside, but then it broke off here and left I guess the ball broke off. It is in here. Oh, this one's been messed with though. I think that's what they said. This one's actually been, somebody attempted to fix this thing. That's what's going on here. So we're going to take ourselves a smaller flathead screwdriver. And luckily, we're lucked out. Luckily, I can actually just get access to this. It's very simple, little smaller piece here in my hand. But we're going to have to... Oh, Jesus. This stuff is oh, God. Man, this is going to suck.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
This might not be the best. I don't know what kind of adhesive they used. Wow. I gotta be very careful not... Try not to slip and stab my hand. These are great gloves, but they're not gonna stop this. Oh God, there's so much right here. This is really good adhesive. Whatever they used, it's pretty good. I'm surprised. I don't know if I'll be using the UV resin or not. Really, this could have been a very simple repair, simple-esque. I fixed this exact thing before, and the problem you run into is that the ball has those little divots, whatnot. It's got little perforations in it. I don't think we can't see one right now, but so what we have to do here is kind of carefully chip away at some of this stuff. I wonder, technically this piece could come apart, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to go that route. Let's see if we can't kind of... I'm just seeing if any of this will come up. Because this, not only did this like not work for the repair, but now it's actually caused more of a problem right here, because if we want this piece to fit properly, it can't do that either, because now it's just, this piece is protruding. Ugh. So what we might need to do here... Hey, what's up? Hey, man, Corey's in here. Corey, oh boy. Super glue. Man. It's the worst. Well, let's see what we can do here. What I'm going to do... Even if we can't, like... I hate not reusing the... factory pieces, just because, you know, it's kind of a shot in the dark at that point, like how well something's going to fit, or if it's going to work properly, or, you know, anyway, we'll figure it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use I'm going to go with a 1.1 millimeter drill bit that we used a minute ago on the Superman. If I can get it out of here, hang on. There we go. I love these gloves, but sometimes I can't use my fingernails to get those the nooks and crannies. All right, let's put this guy on. God damn. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Do not need it to go that crazy. Use to chill. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, dude, I'd be so mad if somebody said I used a whole bottle of Loctite like you recommended. I'd be like, what? You didn't read the fine instructions, the fine print. You didn't even read the large print. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just drill straight into this. That's about as far as I'm comfortable with going. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So we've got a hole drilled into the factory peg piece. And then let's take this eye hook screw and let's see if we can't. I doubt it's going to break free. I bet anything, what's going to happen, would a little acetone break up the glue a bit? It might, but I don't feel like messing with chemicals, mixing with chemicals and whatnot. I'd rather just clean this out by sanding it down, and then I can make a new peg end at the... That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. Came out. Wow, look at that. It's clean. Look at the socket. Oh my God. It's so clean. Did you see that? I just was like, no, yeah, you know what? I'll give you a win today. The universe was like, I know you've had a shit couple of weeks. Here. Cuts finger off. They're like, okay, we'll be right back. Actually, he won't. Okay, I think I actually might be able to use this as well. So all we have to do really is kind of... I'm just using like a razor blade right now to go around the edges. Just trying to chip away some of the super glue that's still up on there. Yeah, it looks like it just like... Looks like they just tried to glue it flat in, which is awesome that they didn't try to put it inside of the piece here, so that's good. And it seems to be kind of cutting away fairly well, so that's always good. All right, so that was incredibly unexpected. Yo, Corey, if you didn't see this, dude, this is crazy. So keep in mind, this guy sent me this, right? This guy was from email. So he found me through my website. And then this guy found me through Instagram. So same figure, same break, sent to me at the exact same time, within like 2 days of each other arriving, which is crazy. Since it was a tail bit, would that technically be a fused vertebrae? Yeah. If we want to get, if we want to get medical with this, let's get medical. This fused vertebrae here. The fused vertebrae on the Mecha Godzilla is a common occurrence in older age. Today we watch the Toychanic as he remedies this problem, not with the force of nature, but with the force of skill, time, and experience. That was the best nature show I could come up with, best documentary. Alright. That's looking pretty good. There's a few little spots on here I think we can get rid of, but other than that, I'd like to actually use a Dremel bit. So while we still have our drill attached, we can actually go ahead and drill the right size hole in this guy here. Just right in the center. Right in the... Come on. Don't dance. As far as I want to go in. And remember, there's still some adhesive on this, so we got to be careful with that. Go ahead and change this out. Because what I want to do, I'm going to take my I got a fun little sanding bit. Is that figure new? I don't know. I'm so disconnected, dude. I have no idea. I don't think so, because I feel like I know I fixed this figure before. So it's not brand new. I know that. Unless there was a different one, but it was the exact same build and everything. It's from the 2021 movie, but that doesn't mean it came out in 2021. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. We're gonna take our cool little sanding bit here. Just kind of go around the edges here. And what I'm basically trying to do is keep it like rounded, but also get rid of some of these little anomaly pieces that are causing us any trouble. I'm trying to gauge it the best I can, seeing that there's these little notches in it, right? There's like these little spots. It's not just a solid sphere, which I think is why these things break, but I don't know, I could be wrong. I think every time you put these little notches and stuff like that in these peg pieces, it just, I don't know, it just adds less stability. Maybe I'm incorrect, but it's just what I've seen. Okay, so while we're working on that, that feels pretty good. We'll leave that here. While we're on this, we're going to go ahead and... This feels weird. Ugh. I can't get it. All right. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot of glue right here. Just gonna carefully try to chip away at this. Unfortunately, man, I'm gonna do my best here, but I'm pretty sure like if we cut into this, we're gonna lose the silver finish, and that sucks. But I guess that's the price you pay for using adhesive. And I know there's like some, even if you were to use acetone, it is a paint finish as well, so it would take that off potentially. And personally, I found that using a razor blade is for me, the best method of eliminating stubborn like super glue and acetone. It's the only way to ensure that I got it off completely. Because otherwise, you're using acetone, you're mixing chemicals, I don't know. No thanks. I'm just going to carefully just kind of chip away at this stuff. Luckily, though, this piece right here, it won't be too noticeable where like we had to cut into it because it is mostly covered by like the joint. So there we've dug into that. We've actually gotten into the plastic there, so, and this part's completely hidden, so that's good. So now what we can do, since that's been cut there, I think we can take a piece of sandpaper, just some very fine grit if you want. Give it a light sanding. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Looks pretty good. All right. From what I can tell, we've got most of the super glue off. So our next step is here, and I'm wondering like if I even need to get rid of these big, like this big chunk of super glue right here, because it looks like where this was gonna attach inside, maybe we can get rid of this piece right here. I don't like this because it's like it kind of matches the height of the socket piece. Let's see if we can't just kind of cut some of that out. Let's see what it looks like if we just put it on, right? This way. See how far it's supposed to move. So that's pretty good, I would say. And then whenever we put this back on, it'll pop in, and we should be set. I think we actually might be really close to being done with this one. So let's go ahead and we're going to take off our sanding bit. We're going to reattach our drill bit from earlier because I need to go back in the other way on that ball piece there on the end. Because I only went in the one way, I want to go in both ways. That way we make sure that the hole is even, the size of the hole is even all the way through. So when we put in our screw, we don't have any surprises and it lines up properly. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so what we'll do is make sure we're on a lower speed. We're going to go ahead and grip this here in our wire pliers. Actually, I'm going to grip it from the other side here. Ooh, let's back that out. We don't want the screw in there. Okay, we can see like we're right here. And so we're going to go in this way, which is the opposite end that we went through earlier. All right. Awesome. That should be all we need. That plastic kind of grinds away fairly easily. Let's test this though. This seemed to be going in fairly well earlier. Where'd it go? Oh, it's still on the... Whoops. All right. So we'll start here. Just start with by hand. And then we'll grip it here in our wire pliers. And yeah, there we go. Awesome. Like I said, you should be able to do it with just by hand. Every now and then, like the piece will start going in like deeper, whatnot. If it's a longer piece, like we had to use these grips with the Superman peg a minute ago. But other than that, this should be good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and back these tracks up here. I'm not sure. Let me test real quick how far we want the threading to go in, because we've got plenty to work with here. Let's test this guy out. Let's see if this will fit properly as well, which it should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So what you can do in a case like this is you can actually grab this here, undo it. It'll come all the way out. And we can see about how much threading we need. So just about right there. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 5 or 6 threads. Cool. That'll work. So next, we're going to go back in the way we wanted to go in originally. This slight twist here. Grip with the wire pliers, right? Come back in with super glue. And this is a good use of super glue. We're going to go ahead and lace the... oh, was it blocked up? Oh man, I haven't had this happen in a minute. Dang it. And once it starts, it never wants to stop. Hang on, let me break this husk off of here. Damn. Yeah, once it I swear, once it locks up, it never wants to unlock. Or it's gonna clog up every single time now. So I usually just use a paper clip. Damn. We had a good run. RIP. Yeah, and it's only got this much left. It's awesome. God, it's the worst, dude. I hate it when this happens. This is why I stopped buying the big bottles of Loctite. And I use a blunt end like a paper clip. So it'll widen out that end piece right there. It sucks too because you're just kind of stuck with like, you know, trying to... There we go. I got a little bit of it out. All right, that'll work. And then we take a piece of paper towel. And I'll just wipe this off. I mean, I know you could probably get another paper clip anywhere, but waste not, want not, you know. I'm going to set it up on my little magnet wall, and we can get back to business. Let's go ahead and grip this guy again, the wire pliers. And we were here, so let's go ahead and add a little, just lace that right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go in. And we said about 6. Probably about 3 or 4 right there. Let's see. About 4. Yeah, there we go. And so we've got about this much protruding out. And you can see that also we've got, well, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of, gloves are getting all messed up. Hang on. I don't want this super glue to fall on anything. So we're going to grab a piece of paper towel here, just a little piece, and we'll wipe off this excess here that's on the top. We don't want any of that. We don't need any of that. Because we'll have to shave that down later anyway. All right, and next, tighten my gloves up here. So we're going to go ahead and grab our piece that we're going to be inserting this into. I'm going to add a bit of Loctite right there. Just a nice little dab. And then we'll go in like so. Let's give it one little final twist here. I think that should do it. Cool. And then what we'll do here is, I'm trying to decide if I want to wipe away the excess that's here or just leave it, because we can leave that right there, but I don't know, just in case it's supposed to catch a specific way, I don't want to risk that. So I'll just take this paper towel, kind of go around the edges here. It'll soak up anything that's like kind of not even, not flat, not lying flat with the plastic. And now we sit here and allow this to cure. And while we're doing that, we can actually take our... How could someone prevent that? I'm not sure on this one, man, just because it's hard plastic. Hard plastic breaks are scary because it's just like, they're usually, I don't know, it seems like to me like there's not like a warning as there is with like softer plastics. Softer plastic kind of has that give and it'll kind of bounce back a little bit, right? But with the harder plastic, usually it's, and that's it. It's snapped, it broke. So I'm not sure. This is like like I said, with the other one in the box, this would be the 3rd time that I've repaired this break on this figure. So I don't know. I think these are just delicate. So you might just, if you own this or if you're planning on getting it, first off, if you're buying it used, ask if somebody, you know, has already tried to repair it, because I think that might actually be what happened to this guy here. I get that a lot too from people where they're like, yeah, they didn't tell me about that. I'm like, well, that sucks. And I was always like, try to get a refund. It'd be nice if you got, or at least partial refund. If you got a partial refund, then we could, you know, help you pay for this repair. But that's how it goes. All right. Put all these pieces in a bag. I also noticed that this piece was off in the box as well, and I'm not sure. Let's see, where does this go? This figure just kind of falls apart, really. But they're not like breaks. Not everything's a break on here, but let's see if I can't keep this over here. Take these off for a minute. Yeah, this piece right here was broken off as well inside of the box, or inside of his box, not the newer one in the actual factory box. Not to be confused with the other one that I got, which is freaking crazy. But you can just see like things are just kind of. I remember another one that I fixed on this. Another thing I fixed was one of these pistons broke. That was a fun one to fix. So I don't really even want to touch this thing because I just don't. But I'm wondering. This looks like a piece of spine, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. The whole thing looks like spine to me. Is it part of the tail? I'm not sure where this actually goes. Let's see what we're missing here. It's a. This does not look like it was meant to come off, though. I'm not sure where it goes. I guess we'll figure it out. We're going to find a big glaring spot that's not covered by something. It's not a knee pad. Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? It obviously slides in somewhere here. It's like a... Gosh, this thing feels like I'm just holding like something made of glass. I'm not sure where the heck that thing came from. I know it's obviously from this figure, but I have no idea where that piece goes. God, this right here makes me nervous. Oh, look. Oh, no. Is that... Okay, cool. No, that's all right. That's not attached. God, I saw this little piston piece right here not attached. I'm like, great. But this one's not either attached, so... Whew. I don't know. I guess I'll have to figure that out. Before I send it back, I sure would like to make sure we get that thing attached for him. This thing has like so many freaking like joints and I don't know where it goes. It certainly looks like a piece of spine though, doesn't it? All right, we'll figure that out in a minute. I'm sure. I hope. Or I'll just send it back and be like, this was in the box too. No, I won't do that. Okay. You want to stand for us? Can you stand without a tail? You can. Clever lizard.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Alright, so now we're going to take this piece here. We're going to get our plastic bag. Oh, this is a new plastic bag. This one just showed up. Hi, how's it going? We're going to take this here. Get as close as we can. Put it in our bag. And mazel tov. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on our... where did I put them? Our safety glasses. Safety glasses. Neck plating. Maybe. I'll take a look at it in just a second, actually. We'll see if you got that one right. Oh, I already have my sanding bit on. Yay! Great. Wonderful. Stupendous. So we're going to go ahead and turn this guy up. So watch your ears. Loud Dremel noises in 4, 3, 2. Here we go. There we go. Remember, don't hold the sanding bit to the metal for too long. Just kind of go in strokes. You'll conduct way too much heat. You'll melt that plastic. You can undo all of the adhesive you've worked on. I know it can be frustrating to go slow, but it's definitely something you should put into practice is patience. It's a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Alright, let me put on my goggles, make sure we got everything where we needed it. Let's see here. I could use a little more for sure. It's so tiny. There we go. Carefully just kind of working our way around. Making sure that no anomalies are sticking out. And it's nice and rounded all the way around. All the way around. There we go. There we go. Getting there. And we can also lower our speed here. And just kind of go around the edges here where we originally had it held with those wire pliers to try to eliminate some of those indentions left by the teeth of the wire pliers. Alright, I think that might be done. That might be done. Alright, so now we'll see the moment of truth. Will it fit properly? That's going to be our big... Is that Big Mecha Barbara Streisand? I don't... you know what? Hang on. Before we do that, I want to make sure that I... Just because there wasn't glue in all the way inside to the bottom of the socket, we want to make sure that it is cleaned out just in case. We'll use... I call it my medium-sized burr bit because I've got a bunch of different ones here, but this one's going to be... It's much smaller than the actual hole that it's got to Dremel out, which is right here. I'll put the goggles back on just in case. Don't want to mess it up here. Don't want to trip at the finish line. And we'll just go real slow, real low speed. Just check and see if there's anything we need to get. There's definitely just a couple of little spots I see here on the very outside, because what it looked like it did was it just pulled up and then it hardened. And this piece is supposed to be able to move, you know, here, but looks like it's like a slightly, I don't know if this is softer plastic in here or not. I just couldn't help myself. I had to like see if I could get some of this through. All right. That should be good. Let's see. All right. It fits. It's snug, but man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's like I don't know, something it fit very well. Like the tension was there, but when I turned it, I was like, I don't really trust. I don't know. It didn't feel like it was gonna spin the way it should. And the last thing I want is we send this off, and it's like, oh, it twisted the hold off, We don't want that. Let's see here. And the factory peg might have actually stuck out a little bit further than this. I don't think so, but it's always a possibility. So let's try this again. Let's try it one more time. Ooh, there it was. That made a sound. I like that. Yeah, how much is this supposed to turn? Oh, they don't even turn that well. Look at ours has like some movement to it. Cool. All right. So it's got just enough turn in it. Let's see if I can get a light in there. Oh, I can. I can see it. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that from this angle, but then we can pop it out and we can actually. Perfect. Perfect. You can't really. It's not that satisfying of a pop, but it's there. Just testing it. You know what? I think we could get a better fit. I think if we just go in a little further, it's gonna move like the others as well. Just because we gave it more articulation doesn't mean they asked for that. I'm just trying to make this cavity just a little bit deeper. Just a little bit. Shave away just a tad bit of plastic. So it should be able to pop in and then it'll stay in. Because right now it feels like if just with enough pressure you can kind of pull this out. Can you do that with the others? Nah, see, you can't. You're not supposed to be able to pop that thing out. I just feel like it's because maybe it is because of the super glue that was around it, because it's obviously it's not obviously, I don't know, I kind of want to drill it out a little more, just a little tab, just a little bit, trying to get to the ends, not on the sides. There we go. I think that might be it. That might have been it. Sometimes it's just like this little layer of plastic that I want to get rid of. That way it'll fit exactly like it was supposed to. That's a really nice snap. I like that. And chances are, if we do pull on this, it is going to come out, and I'm okay with that. Oh yeah. That's much better. Much better. But also, that just kind of has, like, it's got a good feel to it. Looks like it's the right depth. Gives us the right movement. Perfect. I love it. And I'm not going to reattach this tail because they can do that. I think it actually comes in the box. Does it come in the box unattached? I don't know. I'll probably just send it back this way and be like, hey, you can attach the tail like the way it is. That'll be fine. But, all right. Now my question is, where the heck does this piece go? You know? Because I don't want to send it back unattached. Bag up the tail in these pieces right now. Put these in here. Oh. Oof. Let's see what we got in here as far as any kind of printed swag. I think I've got a couple of stickers left. Let's see what we got in here. There we go. That'll work. I know it looks like a big fat rectangle, but it's not. It's actually die cut on there, so that's kind of cool. I always like to take these, and if I've got anything that's kind of, you know, a little fun. I used to have magnets; those were dope, but I'm poor now, so I can't afford magnets. So we'll put that in there with the hands, so they don't get lost. Put our tail over here, and let's figure out where the heck. You said neck plating earlier, huh? Oh my god, I think you were on it, dude. You nailed it. Yes! You still have one of those magnets on your fridge. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. Man, I don't even want to bend this figure. Jeez, look at that. Is it supposed to do that? Are these things just literally pop off that easy? Okay, so yeah, this definitely does not look like it was supposed to come off. So we can go ahead and we can use the glue for its intended use. Yeah, he said, shut up. Shut up, Billy. Shut up, Maru. Yeah, because this is factory glue that's on here. That's where it goes right there, Bob. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to take a little bit of a Loctite here, carefully. I'm just going to add like just a dab right there on that protruding rectangular piece. And then we're going to carefully not touch anything else. Just have that fit the way it's supposed to fit, right? It's a very easy thing. Just the neck. Good Lord. Please don't. There we go. Perfect. All right. Yeah. The God. Either the joints are like fluid. None of these are consistent. None of these are consistent like tensions at all. All right. Well, that's one. That's all we have time for today, but you get the idea. The other one is actually broken in the same way. I don't know if I'll do that other one on stream or not. I think we get the idea as far as what this one can do. And with that, I'm actually all caught up on repairs. I might have some more coming in as well, but hopefully the next time you see me, we'll be playing some games, man. I'm ready to get back in the games. I want to go play some Just Cause and probably some GTA 5. We'll start kind of getting fired up and getting ready for GTA 6. Whew, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, let's see. Do we got anybody? Got anybody streaming right now? We got anybody streaming right now? Let's go check. I'm sure somebody's streaming. Somebody's always be streaming. Let's see. We got Slaughters. We got Lemon. Awesome. Let's do that. Miss Slaughters. All right. Let's see here. Come here, you. Let's do this. Raid. Miss Slaughters. Make sure. I don't know why I always have to make sure that I'm getting their name right. Miss Slaughter. Yeah. I don't know how I can miss it. Awesome. Let's do it. All right. We're raiding. We're going to raid in. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome, man. So yeah, thank you everybody for showing up today. I really appreciate you. It was awesome. It was fun to kind of hang out, talk some stuff. It'd be fun to do some just chattings as well, you know, where I'm not stuck here just fixing a figure, which that's probably what everybody wants to see anyway. But you know, sometimes it's fun to get to know the person as well. And I love getting to know you guys better, and so we can talk it up and chat it up and whatnot. But yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys like off a stream, playing some games with you guys, discussing some stuff in Discord, all that stuff. And I will be back again this week, probably tomorrow. I'd like to be back tomorrow, but we'll who knows, right? Who knows? But I'd like to be back tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Just keep an eye out, and I'll try to announce that, or turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss it. That's easy. Then I don't have to worry about it, right? I don't have to worry about you guys being taken care of. Okay, and I can't deal with that. I just can't. All right. Remember, the impossible just takes a little longer. Crew Maru will return in Avengers Doomsday. And Crew Maroomsday. Shouldn't have said that. I ruined it. Fumbled at the end. Remember, the impossible just takes a little longer. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you next time. It takes a little while. It's really awkward now because now I'm going to do this thing. And it's like, bye.